The last time I downloaded malware, I didn't even know it happened. It was just a notepad app, something simple, just for quick notes, tiny, fast, worked like a charm, until my phone started acting weird. The battery, which used to last all day, was suddenly draining by noon. My data usage spiked unexpectedly, like my phone was having secret conversations behind my back. And then, one night, a chilling detail. My camera light blinked, while my phone was face down on my desk, completely untouched. But honestly, I didn't think too much of it. I downloaded it from the App Store. The App Store. That's supposed to mean safe, right? Okay. Here's the uncomfortable truth no one likes to say out loud. Malware gets through. Not just once. Not by some rare, accidental slip-up. It happens all the time, and often by design. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how your trusted app store is letting it happen. And what you'll find out by the end might just change the way you use your phone forever, turning you into a digital detective for your own safety. We live on our phones, don't we? We trust them with everything. Our precious photos, our exact location, our banking details, even our deepest thoughts and most personal conversations in chat bubbles. And when we tap download on an app, we're not just getting a new tool, we're performing an act of faith. We're essentially saying, okay, I trust this app with my life. But here's the plot twist. The App Store is not a bulletproof bodyguard with X-ray vision. It's more like a busy bouncer at a crowded club who gives your ID a quick, cursory glance and waves you in. Their primary goal is to manage millions of apps, maintain a vast catalog, and ensure a smooth user experience. Security is a part of that, absolutely, but it's not the only part, and it faces constant pressure from the sheer volume and cunning of malicious actors. We, as users, want to believe in the absolute safety of these digital marketplaces. It's convenient, it's simple, it creates an illusion of a perfectly safe, walled place. But that illusion, my friends, is exactly what hackers exploit. They know we assume safety by default. They know the review process, while sophisticated, has limitations. They understand that automated scanners look for known malicious code signatures, and human reviewers are looking for policy violations, not necessarily predicting future malice. This imbalance of our implicit trust versus the reality of App Store scrutiny is the first key to understanding the problem. It's this blind spot, this gap between our expectation of security and the reality of the App Store's operational model, that becomes the hacker's playground. They've learned how to get past that bouncer not by force, but with a smile, a clever disguise, and a very patient, insidious plan. So how does it actually work? How does mobile malware actually sneak through the front door of these seemingly secure app stores? It's often a two-step dance, masterfully choreographed by the bad guys. Imagine this. A developer uploads a clean app, totally innocent. A calculator maybe? A photo editor. Apple or Google scans it, and everything looks fine. Automated systems scan for known malware signatures, patterns of malicious code they've seen before. Human reviewers check for blatant policy violations, ensure it performs as advertised, and looks for privacy abuses. At this stage, everything looks good. There's no malicious code to detect. Boom, it's approved, it's live. You download it, happy as can be, thinking you've got a great new, safe app. But here's the trick. After a few weeks, or sometimes even months, when the app has gained your trust, and perhaps racked up thousands, even millions, of downloads, the developer pushes a seemingly normal software update. Just a normal update, but inside that update is a little extra code. You see version 2.1, bug fixes and performance improvements, or minor enhancements, and you tap update without a second thought. But tucked away in that update, often deeply hidden and disguised, is a little extra code. But underneath, it connects the app to a remote server. That server can now tell the app to start, logging your keystrokes, accessing your microphone, subscribing you to shady services, or even silently recording from your camera with no sound, no light. No one at the App Store sees this. Why? Because the truly malicious payload, the brain of the malware, wasn't present during the initial review. It was either downloaded later or activated remotely after you already trusted the app, downloaded it, and accepted that harmless update. This is a brilliant, terrifyingly simple evasion tactic. Think of it like a Trojan horse. The gift seems innocent, but once inside your walls, the hidden soldiers emerge. To make detection even harder, these malicious developers use techniques like code obfuscation and polymorphism. Obfuscation makes the malicious code incredibly difficult for automated scanners or human analysts to read and understand. It's like a messy, tangled ball of yarn. Polymorphism means the malware constantly changes its own code structure, creating new fingerprints for itself, so it doesn't match known malware signatures. It's an ever-shifting target, making it a nightmare to catch. This post-review activation strategy has been used by countless malware families. The notorious Joker malware for Android is a prime example, racking up millions of infections by subscribing users to premium services. We've also seen sophisticated banking Trojans use this method, appearing as harmless utility apps, then activating later to overlay fake login screens onto legitimate banking apps to steal your credentials. Or fleeceware, which quietly signs you up for ridiculously expensive subscriptions after a free trial, all hidden within what seemed like a useful photo editor or QR scanner. The speed at which malicious updates can be pushed and activated goes beyond the App Store's ability to re-review every line of code for every update. The scariest part is that malware doesn't look like malware anymore. It's not named hack.x or stealyourdata.v2. It's called PDF Editor Pro or Super Cleaner Lite. Some of these apps are beautifully designed. No, these apps are polished, beautifully designed, and often perfectly functional on the surface. But under the hood, they're bleeding you dry, your privacy, your money, your control. And most of us, we never notice. We just think, my phone's acting weird lately. Let's look at some common types you might encounter hiding in plain sight. 1. Adware. These might just bombard you with annoying pop-up ads, but often, they're also busy collecting your browse data, creating a detailed profile of your habits to target you even more aggressively, all while chewing through your data plan and battery. 2. Spyware. These are the silent ninjas. They monitor your activity, record your keystrokes as you type passwords, listen through your microphone during calls, or even capture photos and videos from your camera without you ever knowing. They quietly send all this sensitive information to their creators. 3. Fleeceware or subscription scams. These are particularly sneaky. They trick you into signing up for ridiculously expensive recurring subscriptions after a free trial. You install a simple QR code scanner, a photo filter, or a horoscope app, and suddenly you're being charged $10 or $20 a week, or even more, completely unaware until a huge bill hits you. 4. Mobile ransomware. While less common on mobile than desktop, these terrifying apps can actually lock your phone or encrypt your personal files, demanding a ransom payment, usually in untraceable cryptocurrency, to unlock them. 5. Banking Trojans. These are highly sophisticated. They appear as legitimate apps, but once installed, they detect when you open your actual banking app. Then, they cleverly overlay a fake login screen that looks exactly like your bank's, tricking you into handing over your username and password directly to the criminals. 6. Stalkerware. A darker side of spyware. These apps are often installed by someone you know without your consent, allowing them to secretly track your location, read your messages, listen to your calls, and even activate your camera or microphone remotely. The insidious part? Most of us, we never notice the connection. We just think, battery life is suddenly terrible, or why am I getting so many pop-ups? We rarely connect these frustrating symptoms back to that new, seemingly harmless app we downloaded just a few weeks ago. The malware is designed to be subtle, to be a background hum of trouble, not a blaring alarm. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds like an Android problem. And yes, Google Play is less secure, right? Apple's App Store is super strict, it's a closed garden, it's impenetrable. And yes, you're partly right. Android's App Store, Google Play, is generally more open. It's easier for bad actors to slip apps through due to higher volume, and Android users also have the option to sideload apps from outside the official store, which comes with its own set of significant additional risks if you're not careful. But Apple has had its share of subscription scams, fake QR apps, and spyware that made it through too. Their review process is stricter, no doubt, but it's still human. They boast about catching millions of malicious apps before they ever see the light of day, and they do. It involves both automated scans for known threats and a team of human reviewers who meticulously check for functionality, policy violations, and privacy issues. However, stricter does not mean perfect. It's still a process that clever attackers can learn to circumvent. The bad guys play a very patient, very long game with Apple. Their strategy is often this: create a perfectly innocent, functional app that passes the initial, rigorous review. Then, once it's approved, downloaded by users, and established, they push an update. This update subtly introduces the malicious functionality, often remotely from a server, just like we discussed earlier. Apple reviews updates too, but often with less scrutiny than initial submissions, especially if the changes appear minor. It has had its share of high-profile incidents, subscription scams that fleece users with exorbitant weekly fees for simple utilities, fake VPN apps that collect user data, and even highly sophisticated spyware that manage to bypass their rigorous checks for extended periods. Clever attackers play the long game, pass the review, behave well at first, then flip the switch. It's not about platform loyalty, it's about knowing the game is rigged. So, now what? Do we stop downloading apps, smash our phones, live in a forest? Not quite. But from now on, don't just trust the App Store stamp alone. Check. Who made the app? Look at the developer's name. Is it legit? When was it last updated? Sketchy apps vanish fast. Trustworthy ones update regularly. What permissions does it ask for? Why does a flashlight need access to your microphone? And what are users really saying in the reviews? Also, don't be afraid to delete apps you're not using, and always double-check updates. Sometimes version 1.0 is clean, but version 2.1 is a time bomb. Apple won't put this in a keynote. Google won't make an ad about it. Because the truth is ugly. The App Store isn't broken. It's just not designed to protect you. It's designed to scale, to look clean, to be profitable. So if you're going to be safe, it won't be because the App Store caught the malware. It'll be because you did. If you've ever downloaded an app and felt that gut feeling, like something's off, now you know why. If this video helped you feel even 1% more aware, drop a like. It helps more people wake up to what's really going on behind that polished blue icon. We're Tileris, and we believe that real cybersecurity doesn't live in a boardroom. It lives in moments like this, when you stop trusting by default and start asking questions. And if you want to strengthen your cybersecurity defenses even outside the App Store, request a demo of our expert AI agents. Visit Tileris.com to learn more, drop a like, comment, and share with your friends and family if you like this video. See you in the next one.